They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Vegas!
Throwing right away is Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
To throw, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. The Bears are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
What is going on?
A first look now for Darrington Evans. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Caleb Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos under attack on the extra point. And It's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Switch it, hey! Go to 54, go to 54, line in. 47. What do you think?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught by Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause. But I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, kill! Under. Everybody kill!
Prescott. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hey, kill! We'll go 47. Good.
Prescott now. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Yeah, here we go. I take one. Hey, look. Here we go, 46. Run. Keep going, boys, moving. Here we go, 47. Hey, 47. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Get out there.
Now Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
27. Number 154 Lions. 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Yeah! There we go!
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Arkansas. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1.
Yeah! Here we go!
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent all through a really impressive drive. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Nicole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
46. Under. Go to 53. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? 26.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this throw will be intercepted. Across midfield. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up the return. And remember, you got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
What is going on? Dang it!
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Cowboys.
Silly ball! Everybody kill! Kill! Sweat, hey!
To throw is Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that in the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Hey, take the line in. Here we go, 46. Go to 54, line in. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Hey, kill! Here we go, 47. Hey, 47. Here we go, hey, kill.
Now Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
47. We're going to 54. Why ain't done? Everyone, kill. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott on third and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54. Why ain't we're going to 53.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Williams going to look to throw again. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. To the air, Williams. The ball away and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's second and 10.
Hey, what is up? Dad.
To throw once more, here's Williams. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
To throw, it's Williams.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Williams going to sneak it.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Santos now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had him for a second. But the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down.
Prescott to throw it. Here's a diving catch right side.
That's good. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
A gain of 14. And the Cowboy first down.
47. Kill. 47.
And again, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause. by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 54, wide in. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
10 yards to go.
47. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, kill. Here we go, going 54, wide in. 26.
Prescott now. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Kill.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And we'll go right back to Lamb. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill. Go, get out there. Here we go, 47. Gun.
Throwing, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Will go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Yeah, here we go. I take one.
To the air again, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
That's good. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dallas.
Under.
Now Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
47.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crosser. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They take up, and now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift, 95 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Prescott. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22 yards.
To throw is Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Prescott yet again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A 28-yard gain. And the Cowboys.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they tried to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
47.
Prescott from the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw, Williams. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Prescott.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Prescott, his third interception. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they've been winding up on special teams and set packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense. He comes up with the interception there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Evans running behind center. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Evans running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. A strong run gets them to the 9-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here's Swift. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.